Grainy images of infants in lab settings are shocking, with X-ray photos revealing fragile bones that seem to glow in the dark. The atmosphere is tense, with a low droning hum filling the air, punctuated by the ominous clicks of a Geiger counter. Declassified documents suddenly appear, stamped with "Top Secret" in bold red letters, sending a chill down the spine. The secrets hidden within these documents are slowly revealed, exposing a dark truth that was meant to remain hidden. Infants, so innocent and vulnerable, were subjected to experiments that their parents never could have imagined. The X-ray images show the devastating effects of these experiments, with bones twisted and deformed in ways that seem almost impossible. As the truth begins to unravel, the sense of unease grows, leaving a haunting question that lingers long after the images fade to black. Their parents never knew. Old Japanese military footage shows soldiers marching and training, but something is off. The atmosphere is tense. The camera zooms in on a mysterious building in the background, an abandoned lab with broken windows and dusty equipment. Survivor testimonies start to appear on screen, their words telling a horrific story of human experimentation and suffering. The testimonies reveal the darkest secrets of the lab, where innocent people were subjected to inhumane tests and procedures. Surgical tools lie in sterile trays, a haunting reminder of the atrocities that took place. The tools are perfectly arranged, but the sense of unease is palpable. More testimonies appear, each one more shocking than the last, revealing the scale of the horrors committed. The lab's dark past is slowly uncovered, and the question arises, how could such atrocities go unpunished? The final words on screen are a stark reminder of the injustice. Doctors never punished. They taught kids to speak, but silenced their screams instead. Disturbing documents have surfaced with the typed words, "stutter induction," scribbled across the pages. What does this mean, and why is it connected to old classroom footage? The camera shakes as it zooms in on isolated child interviews, their faces filled with fear and uncertainty. A haunting sound echoes in the background, a voice repeatedly saying, "Say it again," with an air of menace. The children's voices tremble as they try to speak, their words stuttering out in a painful rhythm. It's as if they're being forced to repeat their words over and over, with no escape from the torment. The atmosphere is tense and foreboding, leaving a sense of dread and unease. The words "stutter induction" seem to take on a sinister meaning, implying some kind of twisted experiment or cruel punishment. No apology, no explanation, just a chilling sense of injustice. No apology, no justice. They thought they craved pleasure, but what they found was poison. Secrets hidden behind a mirror, a world of deception and sin. Red lights flash, a brothel's neon glow, but something is off. A sense of unease settles in. The camera captures it all, a silent observer, as the patrons indulge in their vices. But what are they really getting themselves into? A world of pleasure or a web of deceit? The CIA files reveal a shocking truth, a hidden agenda, as the visuals begin to distort and blur. Colors swirl like a bad acid trip. Reality bends and warps, leaving the mind reeling. They never knew the true nature of their desires, the secrets that lurked in the shadows, waiting to pounce. The mirror's gaze, a window to the soul, reveals the darkest fears and the true intentions of those who dare to enter. The red lights flicker, a siren's call, as the truth begins to unravel and the secrets are finally exposed. They sought healing, but all they got was a death sentence. Deep in the heart of the 1930s Alabama, clinics were supposed to be places of healing and recovery, but a dark secret lurked behind the doors. Patients were being used for research, their illnesses and conditions studied and documented without any attempt to treat them. The medical forms tell a haunting story, with the words "no treatment given" stamped on them like a cruel signature. It's shocking to think that people suffered and died, not from lack of medical knowledge, but from a deliberate choice to withhold care, all just for data. The faces in the sepia-toned footage are a blur, but their stories are etched in history, a painful reminder of a horrific experiment. Decades later, the weight of those actions still lingers, a stain on the medical community, and it took years for the truth to come to light. And finally, an official apology was issued, a small step towards healing the wounds of the past. They played with fire. Now the ghosts are screaming for justice. Dark clouds loom over a forgotten military lab, where secrets whisper through the air. Hazmat suits shuffle cautiously, their wearers shielded from unseen dangers. What lies beneath the sterile surfaces? Declassified documents flash on screen, revealing chilling words. Aerosol dispersion. The tension builds as the sound deepens, echoing the gravity of these hidden experiments. Each page reveals a shocking truth, detailing the extent of human experimentation without consent. The sterile lab becomes a haunting reminder of the past, where ethics were cast aside for the sake of progress. Shadows dance across walls, as if the very ghosts of those affected linger, demanding to be heard. What horrors were unleashed in the name of national security? The visuals pulse with an eerie energy, drawing viewers deeper into a world shrouded in secrecy. The air thickens with the weight of history, leaving a lingering question. At what cost? The screen fades to black, and the final caption appears, stark and unyielding. No consent, no trial. The silence that follows is deafening, echoing the unresolved stories of countless lives. What happens when sleepless nights become a waking nightmare? A close-up reveals bloodshot eyes, a haunting reflection of sleepless nights. The camera zooms in, capturing the trembling hands, fingers twitching uncontrollably. A clock ticks ominously in the background, each second echoing the weight of time lost. Day 7 flashes on the screen, a marker of struggle and despair. The distortion in voices creates an eerie atmosphere, words slurring together, a jumbled mess of confusion. Day 10 appears. The tension thickens. Shadows deepen under the eyes, exhaustion etched into every feature. The hands shake more violently now, a desperate attempt to regain control. The ticking clock grows louder, a relentless reminder of the passing hours. Day 11 looms, the sense of dread palpable. A chilling silence follows, broken only by the distorted whispers that seem to echo from within. What happens when the mind unravels? The struggle becomes a haunting melody, a dance with darkness. The screen fades to black, leaving the chilling caption, "Never fully recovered." The weight of those words lingers, a stark reminder of the battle that rages on. Dimly lit corridors echo with the whispers of the past. Shadows dance across peeling walls, revealing remnants of a forgotten era. The camera zooms in on rusted electroshock gear, a chilling reminder of inhumane practices. Each piece tells a story, a dark tale of suffering and despair. Electric crackles pierce the silence, sending shivers down the spine. What horrors unfolded in these rooms? The eerie ambiance invites questions that linger in the air. Was it therapy or torture? The stark contrast between the sterile equipment and the haunting atmosphere ignites a sense of unease. As the lens captures the cold metal, a sense of dread envelops the viewer. The overlay reads, "Military Confidential," hinting at secrets buried deep within the walls. Who sanctioned these acts? Who turned a blind eye? The silence that follows feels heavy, oppressive. It's a reminder that some crimes remain unpunished. The caption flashes, "A crime without justice." The weight of history hangs like a dark cloud, leaving an unsettling feeling that echoes long after the footage ends. The past is never truly gone. It lingers, waiting to be uncovered. They called it treatment. Patients called it a nightmare. Dim lights flicker in the vintage hospital ward, casting eerie shadows on the walls. The air feels heavy with secrets untold. Suddenly, a radiation symbol flashes ominously, sending shivers down the spine. Patient charts overlay the scene, revealing a haunting message. Injected, no consent. What happened here? The ticking of a Geiger counter breaks the silence, each tick echoing like a heartbeat, reminding us of the danger lurking in the past. It's a chilling reminder of a time when ethics were ignored and lives were put at risk. How many patients lay here, unaware of the experiments conducted on them? How many families were left in the dark, their loved ones forever changed? The question lingers, heavy with emotion. This isn't just history, it's a wake-up call. The consequences of silence and ignorance can be devastating. As the camera zooms in on the charts, a sense of urgency builds. Remember these stories. They matter. They reveal a truth that must never be forgotten. How many never knew? The answer is haunting. He's not just an inmate. He's a test subject for their nightmares. Darkness wraps around the dim-lit prison cells. Shadows linger in every corner, creating an atmosphere thick with despair. An unsettling silence is pierced by the faint sound of chains rattling. The camera zooms in on a worn-out door, its rusted hinges creaking as it opens. Inside, the isolation chair looms ominously. It's a chilling sight, designed for torment rather than comfort. Straps lie ready, waiting to bind the next victim. Test subject, inmate number 7621, flashes on the screen, sending a shiver down the spine. Who is this inmate? What crimes led to this fate? The pulsing sound design intensifies, echoing the heartbeat of fear. The chair seems to breathe, alive with the weight of countless tortured souls. Consent? Not required. The words hang in the air like a sinister promise. The camera captures the chair from every angle, highlighting its cold metallic structure. Each pulse of sound syncs with the dread building within. What happens in this dark place? The answers are hidden behind locked doors and whispered secrets. The isolation chair waits, hungry for another story to unfold.